Hello and welcome. For today's practice, we are going to be doing one restorative yoga shape, and I invite you to grab as many props as you can. Your variation of this may be very different than mine. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and supported may look different, so go ahead and grab a few pillows, a couple of blankets, maybe a yoga bolster if you have one. If not, just grab some extra firm pillows. Whatever you have available to you, grab a stack of things and go ahead and come and join me in a seat. We are going to be lying on our side. So just really quickly, if you're not familiar with restorative yoga, click a few videos back, and in the introduction, I think it's the Restorative Yoga for Anxiety video. In the introduction, I explain a little bit more about what restorative yoga is, how it's helpful, all those things. So if you need that information, go ahead and click off and then come back. If you are ready to settle in with me, go ahead, and I'm going to move these out of the way just briefly so I can really settle in. So the idea here is to pick a side. It doesn't matter which side. I'm picking my right side. That feels the most natural, the most comfortable to me. You're welcome to pick whichever side you want to lie down on. Maybe you can kind of notice, like, if you lie on your side at night for sleeping, maybe pick, whichever side you naturally gravitate towards for that. And then as you start to settle in on your side, go ahead and notice what you need and want to feel a little bit more comfortable. So for me, I'm going to grab this pillow here, and this is what I'm going to lie down on. So I'm going to go ahead and let my head, neck, shoulders gently rest on that pillow. I also like to take my yoga bolster. For you, it might be a pillow or two. And I like to have this by my side to kind of wrap my arm around. And then I'm also going to grab all the things. Also going to grab my blanket, and I actually might place some of that over the yoga bolster here. So just kind of start to settle into whatever side lying shape feels best for you. And when you have settled in, like I said, it may take a few moments to really find what works for you, what's comfortable here. Some people enjoy bringing a blanket between their knees, between their legs, or even a pillow. That feels really comfy, cozy. So just find what feels the most comfortable here. And I invite you to allow yourself to feel supported here. So maybe you can even imagine that the blankets and the pillows that you're surrounded by are kind of hugging you in and really comforting you and holding you and supporting you. So just kind of notice whatever it is that you need more of here in this practice. I invite you to find that in this shape. And again, as you continue to settle in here, can you ask yourself, what does it feel like to be surrounded by support? What does it feel like to be held? And maybe you're not surrounded by pillows and blankets like I am. Maybe you are just noticing the sensation of being held by wherever you're laying on. So maybe you're on a bed, a floor, a blanket. Just kind of notice the space that you're surrounded by. And can you continue to picture being held, being nurtured, being cared for by that space? If you haven't already, maybe you can close your eyes here and picture what that feeling is. How do you feel when you are supported, when you are held? What sensation does that bring up in your body? for these next few minutes, these last few minutes that we have together, can you continue to give yourself that? Maybe you even remind yourself that you have everything you need to be held, loved, nurtured, supported right here within you. And before I invite us into a place of complete silence for the last couple of minutes, I invite you to allow yourself to completely let go into the earth beneath you, into whatever is underneath you, holding you up, and really let yourself be held and supported by that. Wherever you are at here, if you have more time to lay here and just be and notice what comes up, I invite you to do so. If you are ready to come out of this or you have to get going, I invite you to slowly start to come all the way up into a seat. Take your time. Move any props out of the way that you have to. Wherever you are at, I hope that you got exactly what you needed out of this practice. Maybe you noticed some sensations, some thoughts, some feelings that came up that maybe you weren't expecting. Or maybe this was just a great time for you to just be in some silence and some stillness. Whatever this practice was for you, I hope that you are able to take something from it with you through the rest of your day, the rest of your week. You're welcome, as always, to revisit these practices over and over again as much as you need. Thank you so much for joining me, for being here, for showing up for yourself, for your healing. And I hope to see you next time.